What's happening in Los Angeles that brings thousands of people to the hottest training center in the country? Here's a hint. A man named
Joshua.
And his brilliant fitness creation called Bo. From the Korean word for foot and bo for the word boxing. Whether your goal is to lose weight, strengthen, tone, high energy, burns fat, and most of all, gets results.
So, what do you think of all this newfound popularity in the health space?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how the heck this even happened. I just went into a gym one day, I started working out, and then all of a sudden these people kept following me. So I thought, you know what, why not? Just let these people follow me and work out. I don't see any harm in it.
That's amazing. I bet you love the company.
No, not really. They follow me everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah, to the movies, to the grocery store, to my uncle's funeral.
Oh, I'm so sorry. At least you're making a lot of people happy with your free exercises.
Free? No, that's cute. As much as I do like to help my people out, I have to make a living somehow. I mean, my main motto is, if I can't gain, then you can't either.
I see. My mistake. You heard it here, folks. If you want to get fit quick, Joshua and his fitness creation, Josh Bo, are here to help you at the costly price of
20 grand. I know it sounds crazy, but it all goes towards my groceries. It's been hard to get eggs these days.
I think all of us here understands the importance of health and fitness. Being healthy is something that we should all be guilty of. If being healthy is a crime, then I'm getting a death penalty. Right after that guy who got caught selling weed. I think health is something everyone should have. Yes, I'm squinting. No, I'm not putting on my glasses because with this afro, if I put my glasses on, I will look like Norbit. If your priorities was a box that could only hold 5 things, health should at least be the 5th item inside of that box, which should consist of your career goals, your education, your relationships, your hobbies and your passions, and health. Health has to at least be your top 5. There's only one person I know that can't fit anything inside of her box, and that's Pinky, because her head's too big from all those stories. I like to think that I'm fit, you know? I've started going to the gym recently, so I can assure you that I do have a build, just not a sleeper one. Mine's is more like a narcolepsy build. My muscles are too tired to get bigger. And on a more important note, as I've gotten older, I realized that life isn't a game anymore. I'm not 12. I can't just eat a Dairy Queen Crunchin' cookie double dip ice cream cone and then go run a combine 5 seconds later. That'd be the last time I combined the two. So I started taking my health seriously again. Learning how to eat better, learning how to write it all down, and learn all the jargon like macros and micros. Plastics. It's all because I only have one life. I want to live as long as I possibly can, so the only thing that could possibly hurt me is nuclear warfare. Why did I say hurt? Like I was just gonna tank that or something. Oh my goodness, what happened to you? Yeah, Doc, it's fine. It's just some shrapnel and some nuclear radiation. I'm alright. I got hurt by a nuke. I just came by so you could prescribe me some melatonin and sleep it off. Melatonin? Well, Doc, you know what they say. Living ain't easy. You shouldn't be alive! And as I started caring for my health, I started noticing that there are people who take their health just as serious as I do. In fact, they take it a lot more serious than I do. I've made 2 videos so far on fitness coaches. There's the Planet Mike one, and then there's the one with the guy that hangs himself, Buju Mike, and then Italy's Got France guy. Italy's got France. I mean, yeah, France waited 1 more year to take Corsica. I had to do research for that joke, okay? Regardless, with this being the 3rd video, this might also be the last video on a fitness guy. I feel like 3 is really enough before it becomes a borderline obsession, and I don't want to be the guy talking about fitness coaches for the rest of his YouTube channel.
I don't want to do that.
And take that claim with a grain of salt. With the way the internet works, that's kind of all there is to talk about nowadays. There is always some sort of new fitness guru. So again, don't quote me on that if I end up talking about the Liver King's new fitness cousin who rose to fame, the spleen queen. And I also didn't want to just make a regular video where it's my TikToks, some unnecessary cutaways, and then the end of my video. I've had this video concept sitting in the vault for a while, and I think now it's finally time to put that plan into action. So I'm going to be raising the bar for this video. And as much as I hate these fitness guru guys, there's one thing that they have that I don't, and that's tons of money and cars. And money for barbers, and nice living spaces, and nice pool areas, and servants, and money. So they have to be doing something right. And I'm kind of strapped for cash right now. These job signs are saying they're hiring, but when I apply, they don't answer. Maybe because signs can't hire. People do. So I thought to come up with the idea to become an online fitness coach for a week. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, an online fitness coach for a day. I was gonna do a week, but I don't have the funds or the hairline to do that right now. So a day should be enough. Time for me to put my money where my mouth is. I hope the money's clean. Or time to put my Bitcoin where my mouth is and bite the coin. Now, in order to become an online fitness coach on TikTok, I firstly have to do some research. And by research, I mean make fun of the guys on TikTok as my research. What, you thought I was just not gonna watch any TikToks? This is giving off like Curtis Connor Country Boy vibes, isn't it? It might be doing that because I watched that video before I made this one. So if it sounds similar, I literally just got done watching that video. But yeah, we're gonna be making fun of these TikToks as per usual. What? Come on, guys, you know me. Guys, Dan, where are you going?
Dude, I'm out of here.
Don't be like that, Dan. I was at your wedding. I'm sorry for kicking your uncle on the dance floor. He got too close. Dude, he uses that water for everything. He drinks it, he dips his face in it, he uses it as mouthwash. Is Saratoga like an all-in-one? That's probably why their stocks are going high right now. You could probably use it to cook noodles in it as well.
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
We're only 30 seconds in, and if you're confused, hey, that's okay. All right, I was confused when I started watching him a couple months ago as well. He just does this. But there's a ton to unpack here, right? Like for instance, why would anyone have the need to get up at 3 in the morning? I know they say the early bird gets the worm, but this is a lot more extreme than that. This is like the early raptor gets the bird. I know this has already been said so many times, but how the fuck did he stay in the air for 4 minutes? Look, I know this is a lot to take in. Even I'm taken aback. But if I really want to make 7 figures, I have to change my life around. No more games. Just board games. No more Monopoly. Just monotony.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
Oh no, what? He's employed? No! Who is he talking to? And why is 10,000 the metric? I'm no businessman by any means. I'm just a man. I don't think real businessmen talk like this at all. You can't just throw up a random number in a suit, on a chair, on a desk that's too high that makes you look like a baby for a TikTok video. Are you telling your client to at least do 10,000 reps? Are your clients anime characters? Is your client Saitama? How? Have you seen his living conditions? Just imagine in reality, he's actually just playing the finals. So looking at it, bro, we gotta get it to at least 10,000. Yeah, that's how quick cash is played. Are you sure you've played the finals before? You seem new. No, I'm not new, I promise. Okay, because if you are new, you can't join our clan. No, please. All right, where was I? Here's what I learned from this TikTok. Schedule. Schedule is really important. We have to wake up at 3 in the morning to really get our day started before the day even thinks about getting started. Routine. And not just any routine, but a very terribly paced one. We have to make sure that the responsibilities we are tending to are handled in the most responsible way by doing it in the most uneven time patterns. Like here, from 4:17 to 4:38. He's squatting, drinking his face water, and meditating. Then at 4:21, he goes back to his apartment, but he doesn't sit down to read his paperback Bible until 4:38. So what was happening between 4:21 and 4:38? That's a 17-minute difference. Did he get lost in the apartment lobby or something? And the most important thing I've learned from this TikTok is that we must start and end our day with a bowl of Saratoga water face dips, or else it renders everything that we did in the middle completely useless. I don't know what that black tape is. Is it like a lip exfoliator? I only know what that is from Chad Chad's video where she practically wrapped her entire face Egyptian style.
Thank you.
He picks up the bag to go outside to put
put the bag down so his servant can pick up the bag. Was it too heavy or something? Well, let me be fair. I mean, he is still a baby. Also, who's working for this guy? There's no way he just hired employees to actually just be servants. And I think this might be weird to say, so hear me out. And it's not about his D-cups. So Ashton is trying to give off this debonair, elite, super cool, lavish, fitness influencer guy vibe, right? And he fits the bill, all right? He fits the image of that character. But his guy servant never does. And I know there's not a lot you can really do about this, but he just looks like a guy in a suit. There's nothing in Ashton Hall's videos that tells me he needs to have this guy specifically here, unless he's a friend. But how could he be a friend if he's a servant?
Thank you, bro.
He has a gnarly pimple on his thigh. That's where those patches need to go. They don't need to be stitched on his lips every 5 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're passionate about, push that. Have a good one. Hey, nice to meet you again.
Okay, that was a little better. He added some real people this time. Because in his other TikTok I saw, he was just in his other room talking to his wallpaper. And Ashton Hall is as good as a teacher as he is a sprinter, because we got some more takeaways, baby. So here are some more things that I learned. Fitness. More importantly, aggressive sprinting. I mean, it makes a ton of sense to me. In order to be a fitness coach, we have to be fitness as well. Jewelry. We need tons of jewelry, not for just going out, but for working out as well. Why?
I don't know.
No socks with any of his shoes.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
And finally, B-roll. Tons and tons of B-rolls in different camera angles. Every single action requires B-roll. Let's go to the next TikTok. I know I just learned that every single action requires B-roll, but why did they feel the need to record that? He purposefully dropped it in the first shot. Let's say it was an accident. Because of how much an innovative leader he is, he thought, you know what? Servant lady, let's get an angle of you catching this Saratoga bottle before it hits the ground. Yeah, also, if you drop it, you are fired. I want to let you know that. Recording it all. Yeah. Okay. Does that bodyguard need to be there while he's shooting the ball? Is Ashton scared of the ball exploding? Is that why he needs his bodyguard, or is it so he can keep giving him water? And another thing, is that all he drinks? And I mean specifically brand-wise.
Like, if Saratoga goes out of business,
will Ashton Hall just
Die from dehydration?
I think he would. I believe that Ashton drank so much Saratoga that it has genetically mutated him to where he can't drink any other water. There are tons of things that I can say about this. I don't think I need to. I feel like the comments already beat me to the things I could have said about this. All right, so what have I learned from this TikTok? Ball is life. I mean, why not? If you're gonna be an online fitness coach who makes over 7 figures, why not horribly play basketball for a couple minutes? Why not? Now that I think about it, he doesn't even really show himself teaching anybody or showing himself teaching fitness. Now, I mean, he used to, but after like this style of video blew up, he kind of just made it all about him. That sucks, man. You think you know a guy.
Thank you.
What apartment does he stay in where the amenities are blood transfusion and balcony boxing sessions?
Two shoulder cross, cross.
Man, you gotta love it. There's really never a dull moment in the influencer space. Influencers are kind of like the Florida people of the internet. I know that balcony is pretty spacious, but I'm still feeling pretty claustrophobic. One left hook gone wrong and we'll be getting B-roll footage of the cameraman's funeral. Two shoulder cross with the left hook.
Ice.
Nice.
Nice.
All right here, baby. Oh!
Ooh. Hey, oh hey, you're awake? Yeah, he's over here, come on! Hey, dude. Bro, you fell off the 78th floor, dog.
Fell?
Yeah, man, hold on. Shh, okay,
but I thought you hit me.
Shh. No. You most definitely fell, all right? Terrible accident. Yeah, man, you need to hurry up. But don't worry, all right? All of your bills are covered, and my employees, they got you. We got you, man. We're gonna take good care. I'm gonna just need you to sign this real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Almost, yeah. Hurry up. All right, nice. Thank you so much. All right, man. It was nice working with you. I'll see you later, okay? Yeah, good. Big ups.
Hey, where are you going? I thought you said they had me covered.
They do have you covered. In dirt. All right, boys. Finish it off.
No! Was he naked under that robe? I hope this specific bathroom recording was not only recorded by him alone, but it was also edited by him alone. And imagine if it didn't, he just leaves a note for his editor. Yeah, man, and at the 30-minute mark, just edit around my bare ass, man. Just cut that out. No one needs to see that. That was disgusting. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, the information we have is top notch. And you know, after watching these, I'm already starting to feel really motivated. Like I'm already making changes. I feel like I could really take on the world right now. Who would have thought that in order to really see a change, I had to watch a guy dunk his face in water, or eat while in the bathtub, or by having tiny microaggressions in his video. So now let's begin our online fitness influencer transformation. The first thing I had to do was get the things that I needed for the challenge. I didn't have that much time on my hand. I wrote the script on Monday. On Tuesday, I recorded the first half of the video that you just saw. And now I'm going to buy the things that I need for the next day because I have to go to sleep at 7 p.m. I'm gonna take these off. I get to live my truths in my videos, okay? In a perfect world, I'm not wearing glasses. The only reason I'm nervous, not because there's gonna be a camera pointing at me in public, is because influencers have ruined this. So I feel like we're gonna walk into the Walmart and then they're gonna try to kick us out because of the camera. But that's what we're gonna sneak it in there. We're gonna turn it off, put it in our pocket, and then pull it out once we get past the security guard. So after some failed Walmart shopping that I forgot to record and being on a time crunch, I decided that it would be a good idea to drive 30 minutes further away from my home to an H-E-B to see if I can find any Saratoga water. Because I wasn't having any luck finding Saratoga water in Walmart. And after doing a bunch of shopping, I realized that every store in my area was out of each and every variation of Saratoga water, even the tiny 4-packs. So I do the drive. As I get closer to this H-E-B, I'm just praying that it has the waters that I need so I can go home. God, please give me a sign. And he did answer my prayers, because when I pulled up to this H-E-B, their sign was missing, which means that God listened. And now I'm gonna have to watch out for any falling signs for the rest of my life. And at this H-E-B, I decided to get the last bit of things that I needed for the rest of the video. And the good news is that after doing the rest of the other shopping, they had the water that I was looking for. Yo, they got it. If you bought 4, you get them for $5. So I took all 4 of them. What? You think I'm just gonna let another content creator come and get the Saratoga? What if he's trying to make this video before me? It's 5:34 and I still gotta show you guys what I have at home before we get whatever. So we're on a time crunch. We gotta do this nice and fast. I got the stuff. It's 6:24. All right, we rushed to get this shot set together because I have to go to sleep in 40 minutes like a big baby. My bedtime is coming up. But I just wanted to show you guys the stuff we have for our online fitness coach transformation. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day just for me and me alone. Nothing important for anybody else, but an important day for me. For breakfast, I got steaks. They were gonna be thicker, but steaks are just as expensive as eggs now, all right? We got the fit here. I went out, got some casual fits because I do have an office call at 9 in the morning, guys, and we gotta get about like 10,000. We have a chain, and the most excited part, I'm more excited about this watch, actually. Sorry that my talking is bad. These allergies are kicking my ass. Hey, this is a pretty nice watch. I literally looked up fake ass watch on Amazon, and this is what popped up. This is a pretty nice watch, though. I don't know how close. This is kind of cool. Got some shoes that I won't be wearing any socks in. My mom's gonna be disappointed in me. We have our Saratoga. Oh yeah, and we have our bowl as well, which I will be doing my face dips in. It's inside of here, so. And I think that's 6. I have to go to sleep soon, so you're probably just gonna follow me as I prepare to go to sleep. That's about it. I didn't think it was gonna be this much. With 40 minutes left on the clock, it was time to start preparing for sleep. That's like the worst part of setting up a bed. That's the damn. I'm gonna be like that freaking fitness guy we talked about in the last video. How good do you think I'll do, guys? This is my first time ever doing something like this. I'm not consistent in my real life stuff. That's why it takes me, it's like so random when I post sometimes. I think I can do it. I think it'll be super liberating to complete something this ridiculous. You got, blue collar workers, you got guys working on oil rigs, and they work hard, but none of them work harder than a content creator trying to live a lifestyle that he knows doesn't exist, No one works harder. I know what you guys are thinking. How is an alpha male online fitness coach supposed to be an alpha male if he has a plushie? Well, think about this. Plushies can be manly too. See those eyebrows? He means business, and I mean business too. So we're gonna sleep together consensually, and it is not
gonna stop talking. And I still had a ton of things that I needed to do, like moving my camera footage and organizing everything that I bought so I could be prepared to tackle this experiment tomorrow. Because a part of me did feel like this experiment was gonna take a lot of intuition and a lot of preparation just to get past the first hour. So while Joshua continues to prep, I think it's now the best time to explain the goal of this experiment. When it comes to online fitness coaches, you don't really need to be a rocket scientist to understand that the routines that they're posting are a load of barnacles. Sometimes the specific workouts that they record and post aren't even their real routine. But I want to play devil's advocate. I want to give Ashton Hall's routine the biggest benefit of the doubt. So I can ask the question, is this routine actually productive? And by productive, I mean, will I be able to do my job as an online fitness influencer while still maintaining Ashton Hall's morning routine? Ashton Hall does many things, but his job position is still an online fitness coach.
10,000.
Which means that the only time he's ever actually working is when he's sitting down and talking to his clientele. So the goal of this experiment is that while I'm doing this routine, not only am I going to make an online fitness account, but I have to at least be able to make 3 short form videos for the account. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was the most physically taxing video that I've ever made. After recording the routine for a whole day, my entire body was sore for an extra 3 days. But the plus side was that I gained some new experiences, made some new friends along the way, and feel like there's a lot to learn after making a video like this. Like, even if you get tired during the end, you should still record everything. But I also happen to make a bunch of enemies as well. I guess they matter too. Just to make sure that I had some proof, I recorded myself sleeping on OBS. The camera quality is pretty low, but that wasn't the issue. I probably should have left the closet light on, because as soon as I went to sleep, I forgot that the sun sets in the sky. It gets darker, which means your room gets darker, which means that the camera is also going to record you sleeping in total darkness. But I can assure you guys that I did sleep at 7 p.m. for 8 hours. And another thing is, I don't know a lot of people under the age of 30 that go to sleep at 7 p.m. It's not a normal thing. It was so weird sleeping at this time for some reason. As I was dozing off, I felt like the entire world was just passing me by. I swore that the next time I was going to wake up, I was going to be in the future. And I was correct, because 8 hours have passed and it is time to wake up. To keep track of my progress and to hold myself accountable, I did use this daily planner app called Structure. This isn't a sponsor segment, and it probably never will be sponsored by them after this, because I pump faked that free trial. Regardless, it was the best app for the job. So I checked my computer, showered, and I can't brush my teeth for another 20 minutes. But it's time to create our online fitness account. This only took me about 10 minutes to make the both of them. What really stomped me was the name. I wanted this character to have the same syllables in his name like Ashton Hall. So I came up with the name Brady Tom. No relation. I think what I want to do for fun, this character is a scam character. I see all online fitness coaches as scammers. So I think it'll be fun to get like some sort of terrible website made after the fact and put maybe some sort of awful video on there that's obviously fake. Something like that. I think that'll be fun to do. If I'm able to do it in time, great. But right now the focus is still the goal of making those 3 TikToks. For this experiment, there really isn't an account goal. I'm not trying to hit a certain amount of followers or views in a certain amount of time, especially since I only have a day. So I could care less if the account succeeds or not. But as long as a video gets released on the same day that this account was made, I'm a happy camper. Or in this case, I'm a happy grinder. The accounts are done. I know the profile pictures and everything else is a little raw right now, but we'll get to that after. Trust me, we'll have enough time. But right now it's time to get to the brushing teeth part and whatnot and looking good. The grooming. Really gotta lock in. I am so late behind. It's just that the prep is so dang timely, you know? Guys, it's a derma roller, guys. You use this on your face so you can like potentially get like a killer beard one day and not just like a goatee soul patch combo. I wanna walk around looking like I sell free Wi-Fi to candy. Sell free Wi-Fi to candy? Okay. You know what I mean. You've all seen the King Batch Vine. I really want a cool beard, guys. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of beard, there's only 2 YouTuber beards I want. All right, because it adds potential, not potential, but it adds a certain scruffness that I mess with. That's the either the Corey Kenshin beard or give me the freaking Jay Schlatt. I think I know ball. It's not about actually doing the things on time. With enough intuition, I should be able to do everything on time. So it's 3:53, right? I gotta hurry up and pick my, not even hurry and pick my hair. I'm going to go take out that breakfast, which is just bacon. I don't know why I had bacon in the freezer. 5 minutes, okay. Usually it takes longer for me to pick my hair in 5 minutes because I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, I am someone who doesn't like picking their hair. Good enough, good enough. Trash isn't in here, so we dump the hair in the toilet. You're not supposed to. I'll just hire a plumber after I get rich. All right, it's 3:56. So we wait. I'm so serious about this, guys. He walks to the balcony at 4, but he doesn't go out until 4:01. So we can't go out until 4:01. Okay.
Your task is starting now.
Awesome. Our balcony isn't that spacious like his. Gotta make do, all right?
And then I ran into my first obstacle of the challenge, push-ups.
I don't know why he was doing his push-ups like that, but I'll just do like actual push-ups, I guess.
Push-ups aren't hard. I'm not scared of push-ups. I could crank out 20 push-ups right now and not get tired. You ask me to go past 20 though, I might get tired. And I wasn't expecting to be physically challenged this early in the morning. I guess my brain kind of just ignored it as I was writing down everything else in the structured app. But as soon as I realized that I was gonna be doing push-ups for 15 minutes straight and not 5, I could already feel my asthma starting to flare. I pushed myself as hard as I could and barely took any breaks. I did go in to get lotion because the balcony was pretty ashy, but after that, you couldn't stop me. I don't know about you guys, but pushing past your limits is pretty hard. I guess that's why they're called limits.
We should substitute that time for stuff I didn't get to do. Or I sit here and I keep failing at my push-ups. I only have enough for like 1 every 6 hours now.
You can even see my form give in just because of how hard I wanted to get myself up for just 1 more push-up. But with enough perseverance, blood, sweat, and ashy knuckles,
I don't need to be sweating this much.
now it was time to reward myself by doing nothing but stand on the hot, sweaty balcony for an extra 4 minutes.
Guys, I shit you not. It says stand there for 4 minutes. He just stood on the balcony for 4 minutes, y'all. This guy's not real. Sitting here acting like I'm looking at a view. I'm just looking at another apartment building. Y'all, stand there just started.
And it was pretty boring. I'm just saying.
Stand there is completed.
So then I gained an extra 15 minutes to prepare myself for the rest of this experiment because there's no way I was just going to go inside and stand there and do nothing like a dumbass again. I didn't like standing there 1, so why would I like standing there 2? I used some keen intuition and started recording the vertical videos that I needed for the account, which also mean that the shitload of things that I just did, I had to go do it twice and record it vertically. I don't have a phone tripod.
I really want to reiterate to anyone that's a new content creator, it's not about what you have, because my camera and my tripod is put up. I'm using this right here to get these, to film these TikToks. What do the TikTokers who blow up off of a viral word say after, and then make like a bunch of merch? What do they say? Just make the videos.
Luckily, I was able to finish enough of the vertical videos to catch up to where I am at this specific point in time of the day. Everything that I've been doing so far has been pretty unnatural. I don't even think that the most alpha of alpha men do this every morning just because of why? What are the actual benefits? I feel like you get a lot more done by just going to the gym on the time you have scheduled to go to the gym. But now that Go Inside was finished, it was time to connect with God. And this is probably the only activity that has came naturally to me throughout this whole routine, and that is to pray and watch something Christian. So I prayed for 2 minutes and then I journaled. For the journaling, I don't know what the hell Ashton Hall was writing down in his journal. For all I know, he could have been up at 4 in the morning, adding more and more layers to his developing manifesto. So I decided, why not make Ashton Hall a poem to thank him for his glorious morning routine.
Ashton Hall, oh Ashton Hall, why are you so swole? Ashton Hall, you work so hard, you run so far, so why do you still suck at basketball? Okay, Watch Something Christian is coming up, so I am just gonna watch the Bible Project. This isn't like a partnership or anything. If you guys are actually interested in any Bible content, I recommend the Bible Project. They're entertaining, they're animated, easy to pay attention to. So that's what I'm gonna do for the 35 minutes, and we're going to wait until we get to the ideas and make TikTok, so I will see you then.
And now with faith practice complete, it is time for the moment that I've been waiting for since I even thought of conceptualizing this script.
It's time for the infamous face dips. We are a little late, but that's okay though. Fun fact, the reason I haven't taken my shirt off yet is because I have eczema and I have to like put on the correct material first before I do that. And I'm gonna be hopping in a pool, so I won't be taking my shirt off until I hop in the pool. So if any of you are wondering, you probably weren't, but I'm sorry I'm not gonna have like the breast clenching when I pour the water. I'm so sorry, but this is all we're gonna have to, just imagine that I'm doing it, okay? That is not enough for a face dip. I did drink a little bit of it. It's nasty. I think that's fine. I could dip my face in that. All right, guys, the moment you have all been waiting for.
What is this supposed to do?
I had to dip my face twice for the short form videos. It wasn't fun. All right, you guys come with me because we're making breakfast. Food aspect was something that I came up by myself to add towards the routine. In my original concept, this was supposed to be a lot more grandeur than it is now. I was going to merge Ashton Hall with Planet Mike and your average alpha male. And obviously that didn't work out because, I mean, we're here now. But I still believe that you can't be an online influencer fitness coach without also being an alpha male. You gotta be a little red-pilled, come on. And what's more red-pilled than eggs, bacon, steak, and avocados? Gordon Ramsay? Nah. Golden Ram's knee. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything went fine. I finished cooking the bacon and the eggs, but the real problem came from the avocado. Food's done, breakfast is done. We just gotta cut this avocado. I don't know how to cut an avocado. I've never had one. I will never ever need one after this. And I don't know if they taste good, but I'm going to cut one anyway. So if it's brown, it's overripe. And if it's got a green to it, it's just right. And my core is kind of messed up. You can't see, I don't know if you can see this or not, if it'll focus, but I think I got the just right one. Hopefully. We just go straight down the middle. So we gotta pierce the flesh. If I'm getting in there, I think that's the ball. The ball. I watched that Bill Burr stand up on Hulu at the end where his son is like, and my balls. That's been stuck in my head for like weeks. There's a lot of things that I can do. It took me so long to cut this dang thing. I wish someone told me that avocados are tough as shit to do anything with. They're hard to cut through. They're hard to split open. They're hard to hollow out. Why didn't you guys tell me that avocados were hardcore? I think I did it. So then she like twisted it and she did it with ease too. So either I'm really weak or this person is Superman. Okay, hold on. I don't think I did that right. No, it's got a full cut. Let's see. Hey, mine's is not that right. Yeah, my avocado looked like shit. So it's all about slicing and scooping. I don't know how good an unripe, because I feel like I should have waited then. They said twist, I'm trying not to cut my hand. And if it wasn't for the challenge, I would have been given up. But this was my first time ever holding myself to this sort of commitment. And I wanted to come out triumphant. So I pushed through and I fucked it up. There's one more thing we gotta do before we eat. We can't just eat off of this. It's time. And we're gonna eat off of this. We got our bacon, we got our avocado, we are going to the gym today. So I thought, you know what? Why not get back into the game? I had a health injury. I couldn't be at the gym for a month, but it's been about a month now. So it's time to go ahead, put some creatine in here and drink this Saratoga. Why not? Let's give this a try first.
I think I'll eat it now.
To all my people who eat avocado, if I have to stab my avocado to get a piece out, is it overripe? And if it's nasty, I'm just gonna be washing it down with something I also find nasty. No, tastes like zombie flesh. The eggs and the bacon are spectacular, but you know. All right, together. I'm not finishing that. I think like this diet, avocado, eggs, bacon, steak thing is a weight loss thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I lost all the weight I possibly can. I'm trying to gain weight. I don't think I would actually eat this specific diet if it's just gonna make me lose weight. All right, guys, one more mix-a-rooney. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this. No, I can't. It's not a lot in there, but I don't think y'all understand how strong like seltzer is. That's what this is. Sparkling water though. Seltzer, yes. I felt like sparkling water has to have flavor to it, you know? It needs to be like sparkling Kool-Aid or something like that. Don't just give me regular water with bubbles in it. It's the worst flavor ever. And who the hell put the creatine in it? All right, I'm chugging this. You don't know me, son. All right, wash. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just wash it down. Let's rinse it out with some sparkling water. So it's 7. We've reached a point where people, like regular people, are starting to wake up. You know, as you can see, there's light coming through here. I think I want to give a current checkpoint update. It is currently 7:34, and I just want to talk about how I'm feeling real quick. I think that's important. I am starting to get tired, and I did get a full 8 hours of sleep. The footage got ultimately dark at the end, and I felt like I should have kept it light because I did wake up maybe 4 to 5 times in between, because I remember 2 hours before it was time to wake up, I got a headache from waking up and going to sleep too much. But I did get the full 8 hours. I slept for the whole 8. There hasn't been that much going on in terms of my responsibilities or the videos that I should be making. I only had enough time to make the first half of the one of his TikToks, and I'm only about 30 seconds in. Now we're just gonna finish this first TikTok so we can go on to making the second and the third one. The second one's going to be the easiest because it's off of a TikTok that I saw that I thought was funny. But then the third one is gonna be the whole Ashton Hall shtick again. So let's finish this. The filming aspect was so easy yet so irritating at the same time, and that was only because of how much of a time crunch I was on. Every time I finally got to work on the short form videos again, it felt like Ashton Hall's morning routine would show up to ask me about my car's extended warranty. I don't even have a car. I know it's not much or comparable, but it low-key gave me a newfound respect for the workers that have to deal with crunch culture. Being a content creator is one thing. I've been challenging myself to record and edit this video within a week so I can upload it and get it to you guys as fast as possible. And if I don't, my consequence is just that, I don't make it. But imagine being a creative in the actual field. If they don't meet the deadline, they're either never going to see their family again or they're going to die. They're going to be killed. So if you're a worker in a crunch environment, please keep the people away from the lifting machines. I would also like to lift some stuff too. I'm tired of going to the gym and being forced to use the fucking Stairmaster because I'm too shy to ask anyone if they're done with the machine. Please put a limit on the machine. And if you're a creative in a crunch environment, I'm so sorry. You deserve so much better. But as much as I complained, I did them anyway. So with 3 tasks now completed, it was time to film the second TikTok or short film or whatever I'm calling them. Yahoo yucks. All right guys, first TikTok done. I told you we could do it in time. We got 30 minutes, about 30 minutes left on the clock. My phone is charging. So I want to take this time to let you guys know about how violated I feel at the moment. I am wearing probably the cringiest workout shirt ever. This chain that I got is not only fake, but it's fitting on my neck like a choker. So I'm expecting this whole area of my neck to turn green by tomorrow. This watch that I have on is oddly heavy. It's not dancing whatsoever. Not even doing the up, down, downtown. And that isn't even the worst part. The worst part is that in 30 minutes, I have to take all of this off, put another suit on so I can talk to my computer for 2 minutes. I did finish the second TikTok. We just have one more TikTok, which is going to be the sprinting. Other than that, we're going as well as planned. I was a little late with the back to the office and the face dip of death before the meeting because he somehow stayed in the water for 3 minutes, but I wasn't doing that. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this routine is the equivalent of someone running away before you kill them in Fortnite. It's just a constant chase to complete these other 2 TikToks. And just as I barely start to even film half of these other short form content, it is already time to start the next thing. And I'm not even halfway finished with the first short because that short is based off of the actual routine, which is taking the whole day. So I arrive at the gym.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know what's going on. This video was supposed to take a week to edit. Look at where we are now. I cannot find these montage clips anywhere. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know if Ashton Hall is breaking into my house when I go to sleep and erasing the hard work and the effort that I put into recreating his silly ass routine. But I know it's you, Ashton Hall. You need to stop. This is more of a freaking story time than it is a project video because of you.
But about the pool, I wasn't diving in. After I had got out of the gym, I was ecstatic to jump in the pool and cool off my sweaty body. And usually I never do this. I've never had to inspect a pool before. You usually don't have to. You can kind of tell when a pool is dirty versus when it's not. But for some reason, I felt as if I needed to take a closer look into this pool and where I was going to be diving. And I saw so much filth at the bottom of the pool. So many big ass stones just sitting there. It was a no-go. And what made it worse is that the area around the pool started smelling really bad. Just complete piss and poop all inside my nose. And it's also pretty clear that there's no way that I'm diving into this pool and getting out of this pool with my skin intact. So this screwed me royally. After that, time flew by so fast, I missed about 4 tasks that I needed to do, with maybe only an extra hour or 2 to spare because I had about 6 hours left before it was time for my day to end. And there was no chance that this pool was going to magically get cleaned in that same day, especially since the weather was calling for a storm.
Oh, the pool is clean now. The pool is clean now, guys. They did it. They did it just in time to where now I look like a fool. Now everybody's gonna think I'm crazy, but I promise you, it was rocks there. It was rocks there. There was rocks all around. The pool was disgusting and the freaking place smelled like poop. You gotta believe me.
So I went back home and got dressed because it was time to film the third Google Giggle. And before I left, I did have to switch around my schedule. Because if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it seemed like all the odds started stacking against me. Even my planner wasn't on my side. It just felt like every time I switched a task to make it fit my allotted schedule, time got faster. Anyways, I make it to the basketball court to get my LeBron James on. I complete the filming for the third short, and then I head home because it was time for lunch. And before that, I did have to make a quick stop because I had to buy another avocado. At this time of the day, I felt pretty defeated. If I couldn't get this pool task done, then this renders the whole experiment as a failure. And I might as well kiss my 7 figures goodbye. What kind of fitness coach would I be if I couldn't jump in the pool and float in the air for 4 minutes? And that's when I remembered that I live around plenty of luxury apartment complexes. And the chances of one of their gates being broken was high, but it was not low. So I drove around, and with my luck, a gate was actually open. I snuck to the poolside and even used my mystical powers to brainwash a local apartment owner to be my personal bodyguard, so no one could intervene as I jumped in and floated for 4 minutes. Now it's time to dive.
What the?
It's not the best diving form, especially since Ashton Hall dove into the water. But I'm here to defend my very unmasculine diving technique. This pool is like a raised pool that goes deep, but it has to go up first, if that makes any sense. So in order to go into the pool, you have, the stairs that go up, but you also have stairs that cascade into the pool so you can get out. Now, you aren't supposed to dive into any apartment pool unless allowed, but my bodyguard said he used to dive into this pool all the time, and he's like 6'3". But with knowledge of knowing that this ridge is down here and the distortion of the water, I wasn't too confident at diving in head first. So then I came up with the thought, you know what? I don't even have to dive in. I could just cannonball into the pool, and that makes it 2 times better. So now Ashton Hall can't say that I'm copying him bar for bar. And that was the plan until it wasn't. Could have redid the take too as well after gaining knowledge that it wasn't that insane, but I didn't care. But I did it. I successfully cleared off my missing tasks. And for my reward, I get to have another alpha male lunch. Now, I've never cooked steak before, and when doing some research, I didn't know how uptight guys were about how steaks are cooked, which made me realize that nerds shouldn't have been the only group to get bullied when there are meat masters on Reddit arguing about what's the best way to cook meat and put it in your mouth. But then that would be considered homophobic because of the implications. If you like meat in your mouth, man, you can put meat in your mouth. I get it now. I take it back. But I like to think I did a pretty good job. The steak looked good, the eggs were good as always, and the only beef I kept having was with that fucking avocado. Let's go! But even though lunch was very good, I would have rather have eaten bricks instead. If I wasn't doing this challenge, I'd have been eating cereal right now. The day is finally getting closer to an end. All I have to do now is film the sprints. I genuinely do wish that I could have shown more, but I was so tired and had so much brain fog, I forgot to just record the entire process, regardless if I was doing anything or not. And for the next experiment, I will make sure that I will do a lot better than what I did this time. Not anytime soon though, because I'm not doing one of these again for a while. One of the biggest issues that I ran into on Wednesday was the fact that it was during one of Texas's bipolar weather weeks. It had been sunny all week up until the day of this video. So I checked the weather and realized that I was racing against a thunderstorm the whole time. I was still willing to do every single activity within the rain. If anything, I think that would have made me look a lot more manlier and cooler than Ashton Hall. But my issue was more of how the weather being so gloomy just killed the entire vibe of filming that day. It felt like I had the curse of the slab, but since it was an Ashton Hall routine, I had the curse of the slabs. I was excited for a lot of things in this video. I was excited to do the face dips. Like, that was obviously #1. The basketball thing was cool. and the pool was also cool. But the sprinting, I was so ready for the sprinting. I bought the chest bag, I got the shorts, I even bought the fake ass earbuds to put in my ears. I had the entire look, but because it was cloudy, it just didn't fit the aesthetic that I was going for. So it really ruined the chance and just the whole general concept of me looking just as sweaty in the daytime as he did. But my girlfriend came up with an ingenious idea, and that was to oil myself to make it look like I was sweating. So before I ran down this street at Ashton Hall, I oiled my entire body up just so I can get that sweaty look that he had in his Instagram video. It looked fucking ridiculous. I went home and rubbed my face with a banana peel and got sick as hell. Yeah, there were so many signs that this was going to be my fate. When I woke up that morning, I had a stuffy nose and a migraine, but I couldn't end my day without dipping my face in the last bottle of Saratoga that I will ever own again. Well guys, we did it. If I look terrible, it's because I am terrible. I meant to say I feel terrible, but I am terrible. Broken into an apartment complex today. I'm a little terrible. And with that, our routine is over. And this is the final bottle of Saratoga that I will never be purchasing again. Saratoga, I know your stocks went up. When Ashton Hall was using it, he might be the only guy that's gonna ever use your sparkling water for real. He has boxes of it. I could barely get through one bottle. All right. My face will fit. I see how we're doing this. That hard to get, huh? Oh, this ice just fucking welded together in the thing. What? This was such a waste of time. So what's the takeaway from this experiment? That Ashton Hall routine is a load of horseradish. I mean, yeah, obviously when I saw him do that the first time, I was like, yeah, that's fake as hell. But now that I've also done it, my only question is, Ashton, what are we doing? So to answer my previous question, is this routine productive? Yeah, it's productive. It's leaning more overproductive than actually being productive though. This routine is dead ass just doing too much. And now for the real question of the video. Did I achieve my goal of making 3 short form videos and at least posting one on the platform? Kinda. I made it to the finished editing stage, so all I had to do realistically was just export it and post it. But I honestly felt so sick that I couldn't push through. So if you want to count that as a fail, that's fine. Failure or not, I had a lot of fun making this video. If you made it this far, I want to thank you guys. This was my first style of video like this. If you enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy my shorter videos where I don't talk as much and where you don't see me as for long. So if you want, you can go watch any of these other videos. I still don't have a name for you guys yet. So just imagine that I do, and I will see you guys later. Just one more big I'm sorry from me. I respect you guys' time. If you sat here and you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. I don't think it was that good, okay? Don't worry though. It doesn't have to be good. This is my first one. And if you didn't like it from beginning to end, you already watched it. There's no takesy backsies.